Hello, my name is May, and this is my user research final project presentation on RxKit. So my inspiration for this project is actually my grandmother. I've taken care of her since I was 11 years old. She has Alzheimer's and senile dementia, and so I have been basically spending my entire life taking care of her, and now I am her secondary caregiver through Medicaid and IHSS. I also worked for a labor union that represented caregivers, so I um, feel a lot for the people who take care of her as well. So RxKit is a medical adherence mobile application prototype created with the intention of helping users maintain and improve their health through gamification and positive affirmations. It can be used by individuals, patients, and caregivers, and it will also send a progress reports to your physician and prescription refill requests to your preferred pharmacy. There's a link below that you can click in the PDF I'll also send, and it'll take you to my prototype. Through my user research, I found that the people who would benefit the most from RxKit are actually the ones who have the most issues with technology. There are many other medical and health related mobile apps, so users depend on reviews and accurate product descriptions before deciding to actually download the app. And users are drawn to different aspects of different apps but don't want to use multiple apps for the same purpose. Therefore, future efforts should focus on competitive analysis of similar applications in the same industry, cleaning up the wireframes, and strategically organizing content within the prototype itself, and creating a more accessible and responsive design with concise tutorials. The research questions that I had throughout the project include: what characteristics are users looking for in a medical or health related application? I'll be testing that through usability testing. What kind of user would benefit the most from RxKit? And I will try to figure that out through one on one interviews. And what makes a user want to download an app like RxKit? And I will be using a survey to figure that out as well. Usability issues that I had with my prototype, or rather that the participants had, were the buttons could be bigger and the fonts could be bigger as well. And I understand that it would be more helpful for users who are hard of seeing or have other disabilities. There is a video on the right that you can click on in the PowerPoint itself, and it's one of the usability tests that I conducted. You'll see that there's a lot of issues that need to be fixed. As for interviews, I interviewed 7 people, and 71.4 participants, like Julia on the left, told me that they need some form of reminder just to complete a basic task, like taking a break from work and step outside for a while. Remembering to take medications can be a matter of life and death, so Kaya and Kay Thant would rather use an app for it than regret it later. And I found out that people want a user friendly, intuitive, affordable, or free app that serves multiple functions rather than a bunch of different apps that kind of do the same thing but in a mediocre way. So, a user that would benefit from RxKit is someone who is familiar with smartphone technology, but they need a design that is intuitive and simple. They have a set daily routine but prefer reminders just in case, or require small reminders throughout the day. They would prefer having all of their medical information, such as doctor's contact info, pharmacy refill requests, prescription information, and so on, in a single secure app. And so Phil here is one of the personas that I created, and he is a realtor. He has a lot of physical pain. He wants to retire, but he can't. He doesn't really like technology, but he knows he wants to retire soon and enjoy life. So he wants to use this app and remember to take his pain medications and not have to rely on his wife's reminders. My second persona is Josie. She's a 27-year-old law student and social worker. She's super busy and rarely at home, and this takes a toll on her severe anxiety and her exercise induced asthma as well. Her goals are to be able to mentally and physically handle meetings with clients with difficult cases, be present, and remember to take care of herself. As for the surveys, I was able to survey 75 respondents, and you can click on the link on the top right in the actual file if you want to take a look. About 57.3% of respondents said that they would most likely and definitely download the app if it were recommended by their medical provider. And as long as an app describes its features like correctly, at least 62.7% of participants say they would download it. And of the 75 respondents, 75.6% of them said that they have at least one medical app on their mobile phone, but only 22.7 actually use those apps, which are directly linked to their health insurance, medical history, and doctor's offices. So, my recommendations for this project are to create an app that is a one stop shop in addition to being an alarm and a pillbox. It would have like other features such as, like a little file cabinet for medical information. It will be a little bit more intuitive. I learned that users want an application that will serve its purpose in the most convenient and practical way and make sure that medical and even tech terms are universally understood. Responsive because I want the app to be able to be compatible with phones that aren't just iPhones like my prototype is. I wanted to have a responsive design that will benefit all its users. So in the future, I want to compare and contrast other medical adherence apps and perform a competitive analysis on them. I also want to refine the prototype and upload it on InVision for usability testing, eventually following up with previous interviewees and perform an A/B test to check which version they like better. Thank you so much for your attention.